So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For those that are new, karibuni sana. For those that have always been here, also welcome back. Today we won't have much to talk about in this week because a lot has been happening, but at least we're trying to see some clues after the NFP. At least we're trying to see trying to anticipate the next direction that we might be seeing coming next week from the 10th to the 14th of June. But this forecast, or rather review, is for 3rd June to 7th of June. So sit tight and let's begin. So just as usual, I think I had not marked this one. This one here was our weekly change of character right there, and I had not marked that one, so let me put it up. Sorry, not liquidity, 15-minute chalk, like that. Excuse me. So as you can see from the weekly of GBPUSD, we had a change of character, broke to the upside, and then price started making a series of highs, but as you can see from here, we look like we are ranging. For my anticipation, I'll be expecting, according to the price arrows, I'll be expecting price to at least come down here to these demand area where we had not mitigated when price had broken the change of character or change shift from here. So after this daily chalk, which we'll see in a minute, we have also seen that the price actually move to the extreme. We'll see that in detail in the daily. And now if you ask me, I feel that after this another change of character right here, price went down, and it actually gave us a hint of at least bearish moves, where now price could be looking to go bearish and mitigate this imbalance that was left here. So for me, all this is liquidity, so let me mark it out. For me, this is liquidity all the way to here. As you can see, it does come out very perfectly. So I'll mark it out, and so that I don't forget on the markups that I'll be having and what I'll be on the lookout with on the higher time frames. So this is how the weekly is playing, and that is what I've been expecting. And with the NFP, things have turned out to be proving my point gradually. So let's go to the daily. So for the daily, we have been playing between the purple lines. As you can see, purple ranges, this the high and this low right here. And as you can see, after this daily change of character, price has pulled back to its extreme. We have been also looking or wanting to see if there was any POI above here, but I don't think that happened actually. But look at this, when price came down, it actually mitigated this whole sell to buy range, okay, right here. So let me try and draw that one up so that you can understand, but I'll delete it because it's not important to me right now. It has already passed. So as you can see, price came down, reacted off of this point, and then when it came down lower, now it went and broke. So when price was coming back, it was actually playing within this flip zone, but as you can see, it was actually pulling liquidity so that it can catch those, I think, the buy side liquidity above here, so that when they were coming down, guys thought that they were in profit, but they didn't know they were going to be taken out because of this POI that I just drew here, which actually price went back to. So I'm going to delete this. What's happening with my mouse? Okay, what's up? Okay, I don't know what's up with my mouse. My mouse is acting up a little bit. Oh, okay, I don't know what's happening. Did I press on something? I don't know what's happening with my mouse, so let me try and see if I can draw it back. Okay, so sorry about that. So yeah, so after the mitigation to the extreme, we have seen the break of structure. Don't be confused, this is just a 4-hour range that I've been that I'm playing around, and price is actually playing around inside there. So yeah, so after this change of character right here on the daily, we had seen the price went lower, and then it started making a series of higher highs on the lower time frames. And as you can see, price had already mitigated the extreme around there, which I think this should be drawn across like that. Yes, so now I'll be expecting, if now I see with the NFP, if price moves lower than whatever it is right now, or how it closed during this week that just ended, then if I get a change of character, I'll be knowing or seeing or maybe signaling that we should be changing direction to the bearish, and also the trend line, but I'll explain that in a few. So the trend line has been broken, and some few shapes that I drew inside there I'll show you in a minute. So let's go to 4 hour. Like I said, the way you saw 4 hour range, I'm playing between that high. Let me try and put it up clearly. I've been playing between this high right here, and this low. Let me try and, yeah, this high and this low. Okay, so we had a 4 hour change of character right here, as you can see, and price went up, and then it started dancing around, then continued going high to mitigate this this POI that was left above. So with the NFP, it gives us a hint of how price has moved and where price could be going next, because this series of high, as you can see, was actually losing momentum, because the highs that were made here were not the same distance of highs that were made around here. So as you can see, it kind of slowed down. Okay, slowed down like that, then it started ranging around this area. Okay, so now that it has broken, now that it has showed some momentum, downward momentum moves, now we could be seeing much of that. Why am I saying so? It's because on the 4 hour we have this POI and also this POI after the change of character that were not mitigated. So another strong confluence is the trend line. My trend line that I actually drew this trend line on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday I noticed that there was that trend, and when FP broke it, I was like, okay, fine. I didn't take any trade actually, but I took some few trades. I think I took like 8 trades during this week, and they didn't play out well, but for me, I'm just struggling with something which I'll talk about it in the end of the video, so stick around. For now, what I can say is after the break, I'll be expecting some pullback around there. Let me try and draw it out. So after this break, okay, I'll be expecting some reaction from here, because as you can see, all this was liquidity and they're trying to come there. So if price comes down here, then I'll be expecting to at least come up or something like that, because there's also this POI that was not mitigated. So also price after 8 bounces here, I'll want to see how it will react around here, then maybe come to these areas so that it can take out these highs that have been left pending because of this liquidity that I just drew. Also with this part here on the 4 hour, we had the change of character, where now after this change of character there was a reaction, but as you can see, after the reaction here, the flip zone reaction, it came down. Then when it was coming up, it didn't actually mitigate any highs here that were left. So I'll be also looking out for that. But if we just like break and do or create a change of character, change the shift, I'll be expecting at least price to come up there and mitigate any areas, maybe here, maybe here. Okay, let me just try and draw it like that. Then now after that I'll be checking on price wanting to come maybe around there and also around there. That is my anticipation for now, and how I'm looking at the GBPUSD. So yeah, so that is how it happened out. So I just want to take you to the 15 minutes just real quick. Let us restore connection. Yeah, so for the 15 minutes, I think I'll just zoom it out because that range is a bit bigger. So let me try and put it out clear. So yes, after the 15 minutes, as you can see, we were playing around this low, the gray lines. Now my 15 minute my 15 minute ranges lines are always gray, so that I can, you know, remind myself that I'm in the zone of 15 minutes. Yeah, something like that. So yes, so after the change of character on the 15 minutes right here, okay, price went up, and as you can see, it came and ranged, making a series of highs. But one thing I came to notice when I went to the 1 hour, I noticed that with those highs, it was making a triangle. As you can see, it was making an ascending triangle. So with ascending triangle, two things do happen. Okay, when the price breaks the triangle to the downside, then it will go the same distance as this height has been, as this height is measured. Okay, so the same distance from this high to low, the vertical line, when price breaks, then it will go to the downside to the same distance. So we have two scenarios. One, I'll be looking to see, let me try and put these ones out first. I'll be watching price on next week to see if it will come down to this area. Okay, and also this is my 4-hour POI, so I'll be wanting to see how price will react around this area. Even if it does break to the downside, then I'll still have a hint of knowing where to actually look for price the way it has reacted, so that we can take some buy opportunities and capture the counter trend, and also some trades and some profits. So yes, so I think this downward move after the NFP, it has not ended, and it will go a little bit lower according to the arrows that I just showed you. So that is all for GBPUSD. Maybe let's go to the EURUSD now. Let's go to the EURUSD. Start off with the weekly. So even with the EURUSD, as you can see, we have the change of character. Price danced around just like GBPUSD. And yes, so I'll be expecting also the same move with EURUSD. As you can see, I'll be expecting the same move, because after the change of character on the daily, we had the extreme back. Sorry, we had the pullback to the extreme. And then what is a bit strange or funny is that after this extreme pullback, we were making a series of lows. So right here we were only making we were only building liquidity. So with this liquidity, NFP now has given us a hint that it's coming to take them off. So possibly or probably price will be coming down to mitigate this area of demand that has not mitigated. So let's go over to the daily. By the way, I'm doing this analysis out of the SMC concept, so if you've done any other course, please just feel free to like do whatever that suits you. For me, I'm just I'm just showing probability moves of based on the course of the SMC. So yes, so the daily we're playing between the black ranges, that's the high and the low. As you can see, this was the pullback to the extreme, then you had the change of character. So what is strange here is that we have been making the series of lower highs and lower lows, but when you look at this range between this one, which is our 4-hour, we'll look at it in a minute. When you see the way price has been acting between this high and this low, price was actually moving to the upside, and now it's breaking, going down. So I'm not sure, but I'm still on the lookout for this POI right here, because this POI had not been mitigated after this change of character on the daily. So yes, so we'll also need to be on the lookout for that, because somehow, some way, that has occurred. So we want to see if price will go to extreme to mitigate the extreme, and see maybe if we can get some possible moves to the downside as seen in the arrows. So we still have this range between this high and this low, but I'm not sure, because if it mitigates to the upside to this extreme of the daily, then we would be changing a direction. So yes, so that is the daily for me. And as you can see, just like GBPUSD, we had this trend line which has been broken with the NFP news that happened on Friday. So let's go over to the 4 hour and see maybe what we could be anticipating. So yes, so the 4 hour, just like you've seen, we're playing between this high and this low, and I need you to actually be very attentive, because GBPUSD and EURUSD always move together with direction. I don't know how, I don't know why, but maybe it's a dollar pair and that's why. But yes, so for the 4 hour we had this change of character. With this situation now at the 4 hour, we also have a series of very many pullbacks that went to the extreme, so I won't be expecting price to come that lower now, but all this still, to me, I feel is still liquidity, so I'll be on the lookout for that also. So yes, so with a series of highs, high, high, low, high, high, low, we actually made a low here, but it also went and broke to the upside, so we have another high there. So even with this high, we are now playing between that minor range of the high and this low, and actually price broke my trend line between that range, and I'll be expecting also price to come down to this area. So let me draw it off so that you can see, to this area here, and maybe do the pullback to here, or maybe just, you know, taking out all this liquidity that had been left here, just like we saw in the GBPUSD. So that is what I'm expecting on the EURUSD, but we still have to wait for next week and see how maybe it will turn out to be. So let's go to the 15 minutes and see what maybe we would be expecting also. So the 15-minute range is actually very big. I don't think it will be able, yeah, I think it will be okay. It's still within the size of the screen. So yes, so we have this low here that after this break of structure, price went up, and as you can see, price was ranging, I think the whole week was ranging, inducing people to buy, and left all this sell side liquidity, which actually the NFP came and took them out. So yeah, so we haven't mitigated these POIs after this change of character right here on the 15 minutes, but I would also be expecting maybe price to just continue going lower because of what we've seen in the higher time frames. So if you're asking me about if you're asking me about the 15-minute prediction, let me try and see. Let me just go to the 1 hour so that I can, you know, have a bigger or greater view. So yes, so I won't be expecting much on the 15 minutes to actually do or get to get counter pullback trades, but counter trend trades. But with these brown POIs, which are my 4 hour, I'll be expecting for price to come to these areas and see maybe how it will react from these areas, and get to see if we can get any trades to the upside. So that is what I'll be expecting in the EURUSD. So let me try and draw that. So maybe something like that. Okay, that is what maybe I'll be expecting on the EURUSD, but I won't make any move until such thing happens. So that is what I'll be expecting on the EURUSD, and I'll also wish you good luck if you get to have that move. Then don't remember me, you can also thank me on the comment section for the analysis, that also maybe if you feel that has helped you. So yeah, so last week I added one pair, that's AUDUSD dollar, and from the AUDUSD, I also figured out that we are having same directions related to the EURUSD and GBPUSD. So as you can see, let me try and start off with a weekly. Now the AUDUSD dollar is a bit tricky because we are not sure how things happened, but if you look at the weekly time frame, as you can see, price actually was making a series of lows. and right here we could be expecting price to come and break the triangle, the descending triangle that you're seeing, and maybe look to see if we can get any opportunities going down this, just like we've seen in the EURUSD and GBPUSD. Alternatively, maybe if price gets to break this triangle to the upside, then this here, this area that I just marked as the daily POI, I'll be expecting price to also come up there. We also have this POI on the weekly that had not been touched, so also we should be on the lookout for that. So let's go to the daily. So daily we are playing between, sorry, I don't think, yeah, we marked off the daily. Okay, we are playing between, let me see, where is that? Okay, so we're playing between this high and this low, and as you can see we have the change of character, and now we are having the pullback. The pullback has come to the extreme until here, and now pullback also came to the extreme again until here. So yes, so if I want to look at Aussie dollar, then I'll be expecting just like the arrows. With the NFP, I feel we have a hint also of price going down and pushing lower to mitigate this daily demand that was left pending, just like EURUSD and GBPUSD. Just like I told you, GBPUSD and EURUSD and Aussie dollar, they all play the same. I don't know how, I don't know why. So after this change of character, just like you've seen, it broke to the upside, came and mitigated, but only came as far as the change of character, and it didn't mitigate the extreme. So that is what I'll be expecting on the on the Aussie dollar for the long-term moves. So for our we were playing between this high and this low, and as you can see also we are also showing momentum to the downside. So we have this 4-hour POI that has been left open, that had not been touched, and as you can see, for the way the price has been moving to the downside, we have liquidity in between these points that I just marked, which the first one has been taken out. So I'll be waiting to see when price gets to this point and expecting it to react so that I can make some decision. So yes, so let me go over now to the 15 minutes and see what we'll be expecting. Excuse me, what we'll be expecting. Yeah, so this was one of the trades after the NFP, but I was totally wrong, as you can see. But yes, I didn't wait for the change of character. I didn't wait for, actually I didn't look at my plan, and I just let it run, and it actually took me out, so I'll let that go. So yes, so with the 15 minute now, as you can see, we have broken structure. Okay, we are playing between that high and this low. Price broke, and now price is coming down, so I'll remove this because it already been taken out. So yes, so now I'll be expecting price to come down here, where if it gets to that point, then we will be having another 4-hour change of character and another daily change of character. So all that together, if according to the daily and the 4-hour, if the candle breaks and closes below that change of character line, then we'll be expecting that pullback, where we might find it more of the times maybe at the 15 minutes. So from where it stands, I feel if the price now comes down or lower to this point, the way my arrow just illustrated, then we will have that change of character, and possibly we'll have that break of, close of daily candle. Okay, daily candle close, and also seeing finding some possibilities, possible moves from here to the upside, then come down. So with that daily change of character, that will also give us a hint to show us how or when we will be moving to the downside. So yes, so now I think I will just delete this one. Okay, and then I'll let that now play out, coming into next week of the 10th to the 14th, I won't be that active. I think I'll just be handling some other issues, but I'll also be looking at the setups and how they'll turn out to be. So what I can only advise is try and stick for today's game. I'll just want to say that try and stick on the higher time frames, okay, because for the higher time frames it will give you more precise moves and more possible reactions that will give you some trades, so that when you enter it might help you to get good trades. So I'll be looking to enter on this, like for now I'll be looking to enter from these areas if price reacts according to my plan. I don't actually have to go and check in the on the lower time frames to check on how price will react maybe on any of these demand areas. But if price gets now to that point, then that is a hint for me, and it will be a way out to see on how I can get in to the to get some buy moves. So yes, so another thing I want to say is kindly every time, especially on the 15 minutes every day when you wake up, try and look at how the time zones, or rather the sessions, appear. Okay, for me I love the Frankfurt, and from Kenya Frankfurt happens at 9 a.m. then the London session happens at 10 a.m. then New York session happens at 3 a.m. but I don't know, for now we are in July, so maybe from August or September time zones can change and it will only shift by 1 hour. So you need to also keep that in mind, and also with the platform that you're using, also keep in mind on how the time frames are going, because it is very nice it will be very prudent of you to have this on, so that you can also also expect to find possible moves from the sessions, the way they'll be opening, and also seeing how they will close, and also have the overlap, like how the overlap will also play out, just like the London and New York happens all the time. So yeah, so that's all for me. I don't have much to add on that. You can catch me in all platforms: TikTok, not Instagram but TikTok, Telegram, and also YouTube at jsmfx.ke23. So yeah, you have a nice weekend, have a nice week, and God bless you guys.